Well, hey there, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I hope you're having a great day. Got my little garden here, kids playing in the background. Got the grill fired up, about to grease up the old slip and slide. It is 4th of July, and we are excited. Well, I'm going to be honest with you all. I spent a few days working on another video, and it was an absolute train wreck. But I have committed to do this, and so here we are on the 4th of July, and we're talking about this week's study. And this week's study is on the Sermon on the Mount, and it comes from Matthew chapter 5 through 7. And I want to ask you a question. If you could change 8 things about yourself or your life, what would you change? Really think about that. Would you want to lose weight? Would you want to have more money? Maybe you would want to be famous, or loved by everyone, or have more self-confidence, or be smarter. Well, of the Sermon on the Mount, I've heard people say that this is Jesus' presentation of the upside-down kingdom, because so much of what he says is contrary to and almost in direct opposition to what the world tells us it means to be a blessed human. See, for Jesus, it's not so much about external conformity or amassing wealth in this life, and it has everything to do with a heart-level change that gives you an eternal kingdom focus that can come only from following him. And people consider that upside down. But the truth is, what the world considers upside down is actually right side up. See, it's this world that's broken. It's this world that is in turmoil. And what Jesus gives us is a picture of what it means to be a fully flourishing human, what it means to be a citizen of the kingdom of God. So, thinking back to my initial question, when you thought of those 8 things, did the things that really came to your mind, the things that you first thought about, were they things that the world tells us it means to be blessed, what the world tells us we should pursue? Or were they a reflection of the 8 things that we see Jesus talk about here in Matthew chapter 5 in being blessed? We all want to be citizens of the kingdom of heaven. But Jesus tells us that we receive that by being poor in spirit, and that it will be a road that will oftentimes lead to persecution. See, we'll talk against murder and say that it's wrong, but how often do we think about the sinful hate that it's in our own hearts at times and the destruction that that can bring? See, we'll say that we should serve and we should love people, but how many of us are pursuing, serving, and loving our enemies? See, Jesus' presentation here is just going to wreck us, because it's going to paint a true picture of what it means to be his disciple, what it means to be a citizen of the kingdom of God. Jesus tells us what the blessed life is, but the question is, do we really believe him? And are we pursuing these things? I mean, think about this weekend, what we're celebrating. We're celebrating July 4th. We're celebrating the birth of our nation, and therefore our citizenship as a part of this nation, that we're supposed to share common values and a purpose and an identity as Americans. But let's be honest with ourselves. How often do we take time to truly think about, exponentially more so, our citizenship in heaven and the values and the purposes and the identity that we should have as citizens of that kingdom? And so that's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to think about this week as you read through Matthew chapter 5 through 7. I want you to really think about the words of Jesus as he presents what it means to be a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, what it means to be his disciple. In fact, take every day this week and read through the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5 through 7, and study it and pray about it and meditate on it and apply it to your life. And consider what it means to be a disciple of Jesus, a citizen of the kingdom of God. Enjoy your study this week.